Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Miseducation of GPTs, the podcast where we pull back the curtain on AI myths and show you how to make these tools work for you. I'm your host, Sonia Hightower Rout, certified AI coach, educator with over 25 years of experience, and your guide on this incredible journey to demystify AI and empower everyone to embrace its possibilities. Today, we're tackling a big one. AI is too complex for non-techies. Now, I know this fear is real because I hear it all the time. People say, Sonia, I'm not tech savvy. I don't code. How can I use something like GPT? Well, you don't need a computer science degree to get started with AI. In fact, by the end of today's episode, I'm going to show you just how simple and approachable GPTs really are, with examples and actionable steps to help you start using AI today. So grab your coffee, grab your notebook, or just your curiosity, and let's dive in. All right, let's unpack this myth. Why do people feel like AI is just for techies? First, let's blame Hollywood. Movies love to portray AI as these overly complex, sentient robots, something out of a sci-fi thriller. And then there's the tech industry itself with all its buzzwords like machine learning and neural networks and algorithms that can make AI sound like it's only for the super smart or the super rich. But let me remind you of something. You're already using AI every day, probably without even realizing. That autocorrect on your phone? AI. Netflix recommending your next binge-worthy series? AI. Voice assistants like Siri or Alexa answering your random questions? Yep, you got it. AI again. You don't have to take a class or read a manual to use these tools, right? The same is true for GPTs. It's all about breaking things down into bite-sized steps and realizing you already have the skills to use AI. Let's make this real. Here's how GPTs can help in ways that are simple, approachable, and life-changing. For teachers, imagine you're creating lesson plans and you're out of ideas. You type, create a 3-day lesson plan on the civil rights movement for 8th graders with activities and discussion questions. In seconds, GPT gives you a starting point. You can tweak it, add your own touch, and save hours of brainstorming. For my entrepreneurs, you need a quick way to brainstorm marketing slogans? Ask GPT, give me 10 creative taglines for a t-shirt business targeting urban youth. Bam! Instant inspiration. And even for parents, stuck on how to explain a tricky homework question? I mean, we've been out of school for quite a while. Type in the problem, and GPT can break it down step by step in a way that's easy for you and your child to understand. So think of GPTs as your personal assistant. It's not replacing your creativity or expertise. It's giving you a head start. You're still in control of the final product. So let's be real. Nobody's perfect at something the first time they try it. But here's the good news. GPTs are super forgiving. They don't even judge if your first question is messy. You can always rephrase or ask follow-up questions. For example, let's say you're writing an email and you ask, write an email to parents about a classroom fundraiser. If you don't love the tone or the details, you can say, make it more casual and include a call to action for donations. And the GPT will automatically adjust. The more you practice, the better you'll get at asking specific questions. It's like talking to a friend who just happens to know a little bit about everything. And don't forget, there are so many resources out there to help you along the way. Communities like my GPT Masterminds Lounge on Facebook are filled with folks who are learning, experimenting, and supporting each other. All right, y'all, let's get practical. Here are 3 ways for you to start using GPTs today. Number 1, start small. Pick one task that feels overwhelming, like, drafting a bio for your social media profile or your dating profile, right? Or coming up with dinner ideas. Ask GPT to help. You'll be amazed at how easy it is. For example, here's one you can use. Write a fun and professional bio for a middle school teacher who loves AI and history. Then you want to ask specific questions. The more detail you give, the better the results. Instead of plan a trip, try plan a 3-day budget-friendly trip to Austin, Texas with activities for kids. It's going to give you everything. Give it everything and it will respond in kind. And then I want you guys to experiment without fear. Don't be scared of this thing. You can't break it. Play around with prompts just for fun. Ask GPT to write a poem, tell a joke, or even create a story. Ask GPT, you know that person that you might have had your eye on? Ask GPT, what is a cute, flirtatious way for you to let that person know that you noticed them? You'd be surprised at what you come up with. The more you explore, the more confident you'll feel. So here's what I need you to remember. AI isn't just for coders, engineers, or big tech companies. It's for you. It's for the teacher who needs to save time. It's for the entrepreneur with the big dreams. And it's for the parent trying to make life a little easier. The beauty of GPTs is that they're like a canvas. You bring the vision and they help you paint it. You are the magic. AI is just a tool that helps amplify your brilliance. So here's your example. Oh, no. Here's your assignment for this week. I want you to think of one task you've been procrastinating on. And if you're like anything like me, there's a bunch of them. But think of one task you've been procrastinating on, like writing an email, planning a project, or coming up with ideas for a side hustle. We're getting ready to go into the new year and people are looking for something new. I want you to open a GPT tool. Now, there are free ones out there. Perplexity, even ChatGPT has its free version. Then you have Google's Gemini. You can get into one of those, right? Type in a prompt to help you get started. Then reflect on that process. Was it easier than you thought? How did it save you time or spark new ideas? Once you've tried it out, come share your experience in my GPT Masterminds Lounge on Facebook or tag me on social media. I'd love to celebrate your wins with you. Now, that's it for today's episode of the Miseducation of GPTs, you guys. If you found this helpful, and I know that you did, hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share this episode with someone who could use a little AI magic in their life. Remember, y'all, AI isn't here to replace you. It's here to empower you. Until next time, keep dreaming big and embracing the possibilities. Love y'all. Peace.